How are y'all, and welcome back to another video of Luckby and Landlord. And for today's question, I wanted to ask about writing utensils. What kind of writing utensil do you use? And are you really picky that it has to be like the right one? I guess what you have pencils, pens, of course, the most common. Mechanical pencils, some people really like them. Never got into them myself. Fountain pens, which I suppose are technically pens, but I think separate enough branch to be their own category. What else do you have? Stuff like Sharpies and markers, crayons, of course. I presume most people don't use them for any serious amount of writing. I used to be very picky about the pen I used when I was in college. I had very specific pens that I'd use. They were the Pygmy Micron ones. I don't know if you know them. I think they're mostly for artists, actually, to be honest. They're very, very fine nibs. And I used to use the 0.2 or the 0.3 nib, depending. I just didn't like pens that laid down a very thick stream of ink because I wrote very small. So my writing was quite small. So if I had a thick nib, it just kind of blended in to itself. It wasn't great. So I used to use pens with very fine nibs, and I was quite picky. I'd make sure I had a few of them. Didn't like using other pens. Hated using ordinary biros for some reason. And well, since I left college, I don't do very much writing by hand. Very, very seldom. So I've kind of become less picky. If I ever need to write anything, it's usually only a couple of words or maybe a few lines. So just use whatever's lying around. But let me know. So for today's run, we are on floor number 9. What used to be the highest floor, and the big change here is you get one less reroll token from emails. So I suppose not the biggest problem. I suppose like most of these, not a huge problem with the exception of the removal, which is very low down on the floors for how impactful it is. The rest of them incrementally making the game more difficult. Let's jump in. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd appreciate it. And I'll take the dwarf early on. Milk would have been a decent choice. I'll take a gambler. We'll probably manage to get rid of him. And it is very early, so I'll try a cultist. I don't particularly want a second dwarf. I could go with a candy though. And we made the 25 rent payment with 4 left over. This is a very early lucky capsule, which is generally great. These are all decent. So it's interesting how my thinking has changed. Back when I first started this game, lockpick would be a snap pick here. I thought it was the best by far. But now I'm thinking maybe egg carton might be better. Put a few eggs in that, it'll probably end up paying more than lockpick, I would say. So I'm going to take egg carton. I will take... So I know a ruby is rare, but I think 5-sided dice might actually be better. I'm going to take 5-sided dice. There goes our gambler straight away. I'll take another one. I'll take an urn, I guess. Let's pick up a jellyfish. And we made the 50 rent payment with 12 left over. I'll take another lucky capsule, and I'll take jack-o'-lantern or lucky cat. Jack-o'-lantern is very good if we find a toddler. Lucky cat, possibly better. Let's go with lucky cat. Okay, King Midas. As far as rares go, I don't think we can take King Midas. I'll take an egg for the egg carton. We didn't pick up jack-o'-lantern, so probably won't take a pinata. I'll take a monkey, I guess. Let's pick up a key. Not sure if we're going to make the next rent payment. Take a lockbox. If the key and the lockbox hit each other, we might make it. We might make it anyway. I think I have to take the tedium capsule for the extra 5. We need 22 on this spin. We might make it. Yeah, the key did hit the lockbox, so we did make it. With 16 left over, so we would have been okay anyway. That is 150 now due in 6 spins. Do I want another egg for the egg carton? I think bar of soap is worth more. Take Oswald the monkey. Here's a toddler that could be pretty good with the bubbles. And a light bulb. isn't great. Let's re-roll for a beer for the dwarf. That should help us make the next rent payment. I'll take a rabbit fluff. I'll take another candy for the toddler. Let's take another gambler. And we made the 150 rent payment with 32 left over. Let's take Pizza the Cat essence. Let's take jack-o'-lantern essence. This could have been great with the jack-o'-lantern item. I'll take a safe, I guess, and none of these really help me. Let's go mining pick. Let's take another jellyfish. Let's take another urn. So we need about 150 in 5 spins, 30 per spin, which we are not getting at the moment. Let's take shiny pebble. I'll take a peach. Just filling up space at the moment. Let's remove the flower. Should have removed one of the jellyfish, I'd say. Time capsule is okay for us, but I don't think we're going to make the next rent payment. 45, we gave it a good try, but nope, didn't work out. Let's retry that. Let's see if we can get a bit better luck this time around. I'll take a second cat and an early coal. That's always pretty decent. Take a light bulb, I guess. Take a milk for the cats. And we made the 25 rent payment with 4 left over. Let's take Vide Fruit, is pretty decent, and Checkered Flag could be good. I'll take a toddler. And ooh, I want a gambler. Sure, I'll take a gambler. Not too bad. Take a bubble for the toddler. And the mouse. I'll add the mouse, sure, why not. We made the 50 rent payment with 19 left over. Slot is pretty good, it's worth 4 per turn. Fish tank, guillotine, or wanted poster. I'll go with fish tank. Let's take another coal. And a dwarf. Let's take another coal. Let's take another coal. Better than skipping, I think. We don't want a cultist, I don't think. No, I don't think so. Let's skip this. And we made the 100 rent payment with 16 left over. 150 now due in 6 spins. Let's take 5-sided dice. It's worth about 3 on average. I'll take Ninja Mouse just on the off chance we add a mouse. Slot here is worth 4. We need about 120 in 5 spins, which is about 25 per spin. I'll take slot, that makes a big difference. 22 on that spin. That's not enough. Let's reroll 4. Nothing here. 24 on that spin. I'll take a beer for the dwarf, and let's get rid of a flower. Let's take a bubble for the toddler. 25, that was it exactly. I'll take a tedium capsule, and with that I think we'll make the next rent payment, even if neither the toddler nor the dwarf make their respective eaters. But the toddler did, so we are definitely safe. Made the 150 rent payment with 33 left over, and our diamond is just about to come in, so we are much stronger in this one. Let's take bowling ball for the 3 per spin. And ooh, big symbol bomb versus 4-leaf clover. I think 4-leaf clover will guarantee that we make the next rent payment and help us survive long enough for our coals to turn into diamonds, so definitely the best choice there. I'll take a rabbit fluff, and I'll take red suits, I guess. That could be a kind of side thing we have going on. Let's take a wealthy capsule. 55 on that spin, that's great. 45 on that spin, we'll skip this. Let's take a puffer fish. And I could add a rabbit. Eventually ends up being worth 3, which isn't too bad. I'll take a goldfish for the goldfish bowl. And we made the 225 rent payment with 75 left over. 300 now due in 7 spins. I don't think we need anything here. We'll take a tedium capsule just for the money. But I don't think we need to. Let's take shrine. Sure, why not? Okay, 40 per spin, 6 spins, 220 should be enough. And we are getting another diamond next turn. 46 on that spin. I'll take a hearts for the red suits. And let's start remove the puffer fish first, because we do get a reroll when we do that. Take an item capsule. We'll skip all these. We have 3 diamonds and we're about to get a 4th, so the rest of this game should be fairly standard. Take an essence capsule and made the 300 rent payment with 122 left over. I'll take red suits essence as well. I'll take grey robber essence. I'll just take brown pepper, I guess. Telescope, destroy itself after 3 spins. Doesn't really help anything we're doing at the moment, but I suppose it's not the worst either. Let's reroll for a billionaire. We do have guillotine, so might as well take the billionaire. Take lucky 7, I guess. I'll take another goldfish for the bowl. Take an essence capsule, that's fine. Do we have any? We do have a dice, so I might as well take a gambler. Take a cheese for the mouse. Let's skip all these. There goes our bowling ball. We could take another coal. I don't. Well, sure, why not? Let's take a light bulb. That's great with the amount of diamonds we have. And we made the 375 rent payment with 317 left over. Swapping device essence is fantastic. Lucky capsule, pretty good. Triple coins is okay with the coin we have. Let's get rid of the pearl. Okay, we have a farmer, not really what I'm looking for. Unless I'm hoping to get a pair, the farmer isn't great. Is it worth taking on the off chance I see pair? Sure, why not? Let's take another goldfish for the bowl. Don't need to swap anything. Take another light bulb. Just gonna switch off swapping device. We'll have it there in the back corner in case we need it. In the back pocket, I mean. Let's take time capsule. Yeah, quite a lot of what time capsule gives us is good. It was a wealthy capsule. It's not too bad. I'll take another light bulb for the diamonds. Take an item capsule. And we made the 450 rent payment with 467 left over. We could go triple coins with this would make coins give us 9 each, I think. Probably worth doing. I'll take credit card essence. I'll just take another chemical 7, I guess, and just take the nice safe bowling ball. Okay, what have we got here? Golden arrow, of course, I see that. Definitely has to be the golden arrow, right? Yep. I wonder how that's generated. Is that just the next, like the next 27 symbols that you would have seen in the run? Or is it like its own separate thing? Just swapping the dwarf and the wine for the 80 coins, I think it was. Let's take, what am I taking here? Nothing here, I don't think. How many symbols do we have? 20. That's perfect. Take a milk for the cats, shouldn't last long. Skip all these. Let's take nothing here. Pinata for the toddler isn't needed. I'll take a reroll capsule though. And we made the 575 rent payment with 677 left over. 650 now due in 9 spins. So I have already won this, basically. But I'm going to add King Midas for the crack. Let's take Jack-o'-lantern. And let's remove the cherry. We'll take a chemical 7. Take an essence capsule. Let's skip this. So we're looking for removals now. I wouldn't mind removing everything other than King Midas. Take a lucky capsule. Card shark is not something we're looking for. Don't need a beer. Let's take another lucky capsule. Obviously didn't roll in. That's okay. We made the 650 rent pound with 1230 left over. Let's take dishwasher essence. Let's take protractor. Could be really good with King Midas. Very big symbol bomb is good for the removals, and I don't want any sun. So reroll here for a dove is interesting, but actually not great with King Midas and the coins. Geologist or amethyst? Don't particularly want either of them. Let's just skip. Then I'll take small symbol bomb. Let's take a reroll capsule. And is it egg we have? No, it's goldfish. Don't need another coal. We'll skip these. I'm gonna take a removal capsule. That's great. Let's use this straight away on probably the toddler. The toddler is worth 2, I guess, so it's not the worst. Let's use it on the toddler anyway. Okay, I'll take a white fruit. Just trying to get these removals. I'll take nothing here. Let's take a wine for the dwarf. We'll see if the dwarf ever ends up next to the wine. Skip these. And if they do end up next to the wine, whether I notice. A billionaire, we do have guillotine, so that's great. Oh, there was the dwarf and the wine, just as I was talking about it. I'll take a buffing capsule. And we made the 700 rent pound with 2562 left over. Let's reroll here for chef. That was a pair actually. Completely missed that. We'll skip all these. Doesn't really matter what we take. I'll take black cat. Could have had black cat and pizza the cat for cat's giving us 4. Let's skip all these. And I'll take a wine for the dwarf. Let's remove, doesn't really matter, the cheese I guess. There's the dwarf next to the wine again. Alright, doesn't really matter, but slightly annoying that I missed it both times. Let's skip this. Let's skip all these. Okay, we could have done our diamonds thing. Had a few different directions we could have gone with this one. Alright. And that's it, we're going to leave it there for today. Made the 777 rent payment with 3,798 left over. Not a bad run, 1 win, 1 loss. Pretty standard on, well, maybe not floor number 9. I'd like to get like 2/3 wins on that, but not too bad at all. And transitioning into King Midas there at the end for just a bit of crack. We had the 2 kind symbols which helped with it, so why not? I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and answer the question in a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.